those other ones now, they get the little, you put the water in and
yeah.
they're all being brought back.
Yeah, and that was what, yeah, so it wasn't going to be worth it. So, welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I'm like,
And today, we're cracking open an old bottle of Whistlepig Small Batch 10-Year Rye.
old new bottle.
It's a new bottle to us. It's an old bottle. Again, thank you very much to Superfan Steve. This was another bottle that he knew we did not have. And he's like, I'm going on vacation, and I'll probably buy a bottle while I'm down there. So just review them while we're gone. So again, huge thanks to Steve for that. We have not had Whistlepig, because Whistlepig tends to be on the pricier side. This is actually...
yes and no now.
Well, it's MSRP at $80. This right here. I know it was on sale because I know the store he got it from. He got it in the just under $70 range. It's a 10-year rye. It's made in Alberta, Canada. And then it's tricky because on here it says something about New York, but it's actually, I know Whistlepig Distillery is in Vermont. But it's 100% unmalted rye that this is made out of. It's aged in American oak, and it's finished in used bourbon barrels. They were founded in 2007, and they sourced from Canada up until in 2015, they started distilling their own, but that's not enough time. So this is definitely going to be the Canadian juice in it. And we'll just have to see. Full disclosure, when Steve was over here, I did have a small sip of it to try it because he wanted to see my impressions. And I'm not going to say anything about it until after we try it together. But
I missed that day.
you were not here. Yes, that's correct. So, there you go. But this is a rye. I do believe they have a 10-year bourbon also.
I think they get a 6 and 10.
I believe so. But
maybe even higher.
I wasn't, when I first tried it, I assumed I was drinking bourbon because I really didn't read the bottle. And then I was like, I'm like,
You get the little hint right off the bat
of the rye.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of the...
not overpowering.
In fact, when I tried it off the cup of something else. Like I just took a smidge, and I only had a little bit in the glass. It was literally a mouthful because I didn't want to drink because I knew we were going to do it for a review. And I'm like, is this a rye? It was one of them. Like I was like, I think it has like a rye.
So it's an A354, and it's 100 proof.
100 proof. What's it?
That's
the batch
number.
That's the
batch,
A?
yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, it is a batch since it's a small batch.
Yeah.
If you need to know. I just wanted to know what the proof was before I tried it.
So I'm thinking 100% rye. I mean, this is stronger than the 95.5 MGP rye that we usually have.
It's definitely got the taste.
They did stress the unmalted rye.
But you still get the taste.
You do get the taste.
It's not bad. I think it's a rye. I'm leaning myself more towards, well, other than Rabbit Hole, that was like a really good rye. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm not.
Let's just put it. We just had Wheel Horse rye the other day. We just did it was in our blind.
Right.
And we both thought it was a bourbon.
It had a very, very...
Very good nose, very good taste.
Yeah, this taste comes out more like a rye. The nose is, you got to stretch.
It does, but the only thing is for 100% rye, and I can't do it anymore because I did it to Steve, and this was what the comparison was. I just wanted to see what your initial assessment on. This is not bad. I don't want to come off as bad. This is $80 though, MSRP. So I brought out our $19.99 Riverboat, and I poured him a little glass because he of course this is his bottle, and he's like, oh my God, this is going to be really expensive because this is delicious and it had so much more flavor, more taste, and I'm like, yeah, $19.99. So that's my comparison on that. Where I mean, when you start factoring in, then I gave him Rabbit Hole, and he was taking pictures and sending it to his father because it was just that much better.
No, that would
would smash it, and that's like $39.99. You know what I mean? So that, I guess if I have any, and I was told the other day, and you guys can leave a comment down below, but I'm gonna put it out there anyways, that we suck because we do our reviews wrong.
By a professional?
Of course she is. And so the whole point is she said, each thing should be its own. We should only be judging the bottle. It shouldn't be judged on the price, and it shouldn't be compared to anything else because it should be judged on its own merits. And I said, yeah, but I think that's the whole point where if you can buy something for half the price. Yeah. So
would we?
I apologize if I'm giving a bad review because I'm doing it totally wrong according to someone of the professional that may or may not live in this house. But me personally, I think it's only right to compare this. I mean, it's an $80 bottle. You're into a high range of good stuff.
That's two rabbit holes.
That's two rabbit holes. That's what I'm trying to say.
I would definitely go there.
So, I mean, if we're going to judge it by that this is not a bad rye.
No.
This is actually, it's an easy drinker, I think. I think it's not...
yeah, it's actually probably a little more proof than the rabbit hole. I think it's in the 96, 90
It's
category.
not aggressive in any manner. No. It has a nice little rye flavor.
Yeah.
But that one also brought a lot of the bourbon caramels and stuff, where this is like a one note. You're pretty much getting a rye.
Yeah.
You're not getting where...
No.
You know, I always say that about like what I remember of Wild Turkey 101 rye, which again was cheap.
In a blind, and you guess
I did, but that brings like a lot.
It has a lot more bourbon flavor.
It has a lot of the bourbon flavor with a nice. It's almost like a burr rye, but this is good for what it is. This is a good $30 bourbon to me. Right. It's you know what I mean? Like that's the way I look at it. At $80, I have to give it a knock only because there's so many other better ones. I mean, even looking straight left, right where the old Henry Clay, I think, was in the 20s when I did it.
It is.
And that brings the same rye flavor.
26.
Yeah. Or that's a liter right in front, Old Overholt, right in front of that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was half the price too. So
it's definitely half the price.
Again, I apologize, Steve, because he does a lot of shopping for me. Like he's at a store and he'll help me on Brian's channel or a lot on this channel if we don't have it. In fact, he asked me.
Because I think is that the one?
That's hard. That's a hard one to hold on to. I gotta be honest.
It's a double rye, isn't it?
Oh, you say that. I've never seen it.
You
say that.
It's So let me hide that one.
We're gonna have to put that one in the back. That is one every once in a while. I'm like, I'm gonna try a rye, and I as much as I've been really liking the bourbons, I really like a rye here. I actually like it. I like the flavor, but I do like the Old Overholt that gives you some of the bourbon-esque flavors with the rye, or like the Wild Turkey, or you know what I mean, the Wheel Horse, that give you that
a bigger sip of that. You get the pepper, the pop rock feeling a little bit.
It's like and I know everyone hates that word, but it is a super smooth drink, and you only get a little bit of the rye bubbles. You know what I mean?
It's what they strive on, and that's probably what their selling point is. But did they even say it on the bottle? I don't know.
I mean, again, my only issue with this bottle would be price. It would be price. I agree. That's it. Other than that, it's a good. It's a neat looking bottle. It is a neat bottle. And it'll be interesting to see when they do come of age. You know, they've only been doing this in 2015. So
when they come up with their own.
See how good it is compared to this. So it would almost be neat to have one just so that we could compare when the new one comes out. But
does that mean we gotta hide that one too?
Well, that's Steve's. That's not even ours. No. Oh, we would, because I don't mind it, but I mean, the only knock, he's always looking for. I mean, every time he seems to buy something for my son's channel is Jerky Sauces there. We do food reviews. So if you're not subscribed to that, go over there and give it a shot. It's actually, we have fun over there. And he says that every time when I talk about this one. But he always brings stuff and he's all excited for us to try it. And then we're like, it's terrible. And then he's like, oh man, I can't get a win. This one, I give you a half a win on this one. Because
the nose is starting to come around to like a bourbon-esque, but nowhere near the rabbit hole.
It definitely still brings that piney,
and so does the taste.
The minty pine needles.
You got to reach for them.
But you do. I mean, again, this is good. It's not $80 good. I mean, we can get a Booker's. for the same price.
I
You know what I
already
mean?
know
So nah. You know, that's my only drawback with that. But super excited to try it. I see it on the shelf all the time, and we will eventually.
I don't even notice the rye.
I don't notice the rye either. I always thought it was the 6 and a 10-year bourbon. I didn't even realize it was a rye.
I didn't. When you said he had a rye, I was like, Whistlepig rye.
When I first
Whistlepig rye?
when I first tried it, I'm like, is this a rye? Because I just like poured it and I put it down, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't even expecting it, you know. But you definitely get that rye nose, you know.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Well, all right, we're gonna have to cut this one short because I want to pour more of it, and it's not mine, and I'm not going to do it.
So
no.
It's almost like doing sample bottles. Time to fly.
Honestly, I would compare it to something that like we did on the last one, but I don't.
We'd have to reload it.
I think the other one would blow it away, anyways. You know what I mean? Like
rabbit hole.
That's what I'm saying. So, and actually, Steve's own reaction, because I'm sure he's watching this anyways when this comes out, it was just that, like, whoa, how much is that one? Because that one is delicious, you know. So. There you go. That being said, buy it if you want. I'm going to leave it at that. Just know what you're getting when you get it. So leave a comment down below if you think we do our things wrong, because I found it funny that I was told I was an ass because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, because we shouldn't compare it. So that being said, spend less.
I think people appreciate that. Yes, spend less.
It's all about that. That's my whole thing. You buy whiskey to drink it, not to make it look pretty on the shelf and do all the things. You got me going again. So my whole thing is, if you can buy cheaper whiskey for less money, I think that's the key. That tastes better.
I agree.
And that's the goal. So spend less, drink more. Cheers.
I agree.
You do get that little peppery, but
you do.
It's actually good.